This truck has so many problems and little issues, and I don't even know where to start. Welcome back to Enhancing Your Vehicle Ownership. I'm Nate, and this is my YouTube channel where you get to join me on all of my crazy adventures of automotive ownership. Today, this is part 3 of my Dodge Ram 1500 build, or everything that is wrong with my 2003 Dodge Ram that I bought for $800 in a no-start, no-crank situation here about a month ago. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. If you have, go ahead and smash that like button. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get onto my YouTube channel, jump back 2 or 3 videos, and start with part 1 of my Dodge Ram 1500 build, or me getting my Dodge Ram 1500 build. I now own 5 vehicles, and my habit of buying vehicles really has got to stop before I go bankrupt. But I did have a purpose in buying this truck. It's to use it as a work pickup and then turn around and try to flip it to make a little bit of cash on the side. Now, with that said, no, this truck is not in perfect condition. Being a work pickup, it's going to be off and on with trailers towing all the time, in rough terrain and spots, and also tools are going to be coming in and out. You're going to be dirty hopping in and out of the truck. You're going to be throwing things in the bed all the time, including right now it's got a ton of cans of diesel fuel in the back, as well as a bunch of garbage and just stuff like that. So no, you don't want a truck that's in great condition for work pickup. But even being in rough shape, this truck has a lot of issues, and today I want to go over all of those issues with you guys. So if you want to see more content like this, also follow me on Instagram at EYVO_auto. There I post additional content and try to post every day something that's going on in my life related to automotive ownership. This truck doesn't really look that bad, except for a few cosmetic issues. Mostly every single panel on this truck has some sort of dent or cracking paint. Everything is faded and old. The plastics are peeling up and falling off. The bed cover, I think, has been on it and been abused since the very beginning of time. And of course, I don't think the oversized tires look bad on this truck, but they are helping to see the rust that's also throughout the truck on its undercarriage, its body, on these running boards that are not securely attached. And then there's Dodge's ceramic coated paint that just doesn't stand up to the test of time. Also, somebody had flames on this truck at one time. They're completely faded and gone. Got some paint cancer in front. The chrome's faded, and other than that, the truck looks actually really pretty good. So cosmetics are the first thing that's wrong with this pickup, but the second thing I mentioned in cosmetics, it's that the tires, the oversized tires, look really good on the truck. I actually like what they do to the truck as a whole. Of course, I don't like driving it on the highway. It's a little squirrely. I don't like driving it on the highway because of its gas mileage, and I don't like driving it on rough, bumpy dirt roads because it doesn't ride great. But the tires in front rub just a little bit, and that is the second thing that's wrong with this pickup, is that unfortunately I don't know if I feel comfortable keeping the tires on this truck, because if I do turn around and sell it, I don't want to hear that somebody had a front tire blow out on them and rolled the truck and possibly got injured. So I may be looking for either a new set of rims or just a new set of tires to downsize them ever so slightly, and I don't know what that's going to do to the appearance of the truck. The third thing that's wrong with this pickup is that the passenger side window, that's the door lock, passenger side window does not work at all. Now I have the key turned on right now, and whether I try to roll it down with this switch or the switch on the driver's door, this window is not responsive whatsoever. And I'm gonna have to pull this door panel, and we're gonna have to look into that in a future video. So again, stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, because we're gonna be fixing this problem with my 2003 Dodge Ram 1500. The previous owner put a nice set of halo lights on this truck. They're crystal clear and I love them. They look really good with the truck. And he also put halo fog lights on that are really nice, and for some reason they do not work. They don't work with either the pull-out switch that is built for this truck, and they don't work with the small light switch that he installed. And I think that has something to do with this wire right here is broke off, and he used such a small gauge of wire that that doesn't surprise me. I think the fuse in this gauge of wire is rated higher than the wire is. So the fog lights don't work on this truck, and I'm going to be trying to fix that in a later video. Again, stay subscribed to the channel and tuned for a part 4 of my Dodge Ram 1500 build. I have to come over here to even be able to talk to you guys. Now, the guy that owned this truck before thought that this truck sounded better straight pipes. Now, I do like a straight pipe V8. However, he chopped the exhaust right behind the cab and cut the rest of it off by chopping the mounting bolts. Therefore, this truck has a chopped exhaust and not straight pipes. And it's a little bit too loud for my liking. In fact, it's one of the biggest issues with this truck, because not only is it extremely loud if you try to idle through a quiet neighborhood at night, or even if you're getting on it a little bit on the highway, you almost have to wear earplugs while riding and driving it in it. But also the exhaust is chopped right behind the cab. Therefore, you get a lot of exhaust fumes inside the cab while you're driving, and that passenger window not being able to roll down makes it that much more of a problem. And just when you thought this video was about over and it couldn't get any worse, unfortunately there are 2 more things that are wrong with my 2003 Dodge Ram 1500, and these things are more major issues that I wish I did not have to deal with on this truck, and that I'm probably not going to be doing anything about in the time that I own this vehicle. If you remember back to last week's video, I talked about how when I checked the oil and the coolant for the first time, there was no oil on the dipstick and there was no coolant in the reservoir. Now, I think no coolant in the reservoir happens to be coming from a small coolant leak that I found just under the radiator here in a hose or a couple of hoses. I hope that that's the issue there, and I am maybe going to try to solution that when I figure out what that problem is. But the most important and most major thing that is wrong with this truck is that it burns oil. And I'm not talking like it burns oil. It burns oil. It almost runs on oil when you're driving it. In 40 to 50 miles, it'll use just about a quart of oil. And I don't know what to say. If it's not getting by the valve stem seals, or if it's not getting by maybe just a valve cover seal there around the spark plugs or something, there's probably nothing I can do. It's probably getting by the rings and the pistons, and this motor's probably not going to be around but another year or 2 of casual driving. So right now all I'm doing is keeping the oil topped off, and I'm letting the truck smoke. As you drive down the highway, it just billows out the smoke of the engine slowly eating itself in the oil, burning off. But for $800, it runs very well, and it does serve its purpose of being a work truck. So that's the most major thing and the last thing that is wrong with my 2003 Dodge Ram 1500, and not sure if it's something that I'll fix or not, but stay tuned to the channel just in case I do. And just like that, that's everything that's wrong with my 2003 Dodge Ram 1500, my $800 new project vehicle to finish off 2020 here. Hopefully this vehicle makes a good flip. Right now it's making a really good work truck, and it's super fun to drive around. Something I don't like about it is that it gets like 8 miles to the gallon, but something I do like about it is, you know, it's kind of fun to drive around for a moment, and then I'll go back to my F-150. But with that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Stay tuned to future content I have coming up with this vehicle and with all of my other vehicles. I'm now the proud owner of 5 vehicles, and some of them have to go, but that means more vehicles will be coming. So also follow me on Instagram at EYVO_auto so that you can get sneak peeks of everything automotive that's going on in my life, as well as additional content. There on IGTV, I'm reliving my 1999 Audi A8 Quattro build. So if you are interested in content like this, there's more of it for you on Instagram. With all of that said, I hope you guys are doing great. Get out, enjoy your automotive ownership, and I'll catch you in the next video.